Hey from Texas, it's Lindy Fulford with Striking Splendor, and I am here today to continue our series on the 5 love languages. So this is part 5 of our 6-part series, and we're going over the 4th love language. And today we're going to be talking about receiving gifts. Everybody loves to receive gifts, but some people more than others, that is part of their love language. And that doesn't mean that your partner has to go out and get extravagant gifts. Like, don't get me wrong, we all like extravagant gifts, right? Like, buy me a new car, I might love you forever, right? But that's not what we're talking about here. When we talk about receiving gifts, we're talking about really, truly giving from the heart. Making sure that your partner understands that you were thinking about them. Maybe it's when you go to the grocery store, you pick up, for some people it's flowers, and you just bring some flowers home. Or maybe you know what their favorite beverage is, and so when you go by the grocery store, you surprise them and bring home their favorite beverage. Maybe it's even the cereal, right? There's some of us out there that are cereal lovers. I would be a cereal lover, right? So if my husband, even though my love language isn't receiving gifts, if he came home with a box of Cookie Crisp, like, I would be super excited. Like, that would speak to me. So, there's several different ways that you can do this, because you have to remember, this can't just be it needs to be off the cuff, not just you're constantly bringing them gifts, because then it just kind of becomes expected. Some things you need to think about are, what do they like, what do they really enjoy doing, right? So if it's somebody who enjoys sports, maybe you bring home some tickets to a baseball game for your spouse. Or maybe you just bring them their favorite team's baseball cap. So there's lots of different ways that you can show it, but it really truly has to be something that's from the heart. And so, again, it's not always about the expense of it. It could even be as simple as leaving love notes around the house. That's kind of a gift, right? You're receiving a gift. You're surprising them with something that's out of the blue, out of the ordinary. Maybe write them a poem, right? A poem. Can't even say that right. Maybe you write them a poem about how much you love them. And that can honestly, truly be a great quality gift that lets them know not only that you're thinking about them, but also something that they can keep and will last for a long time, that they can sit and look back on throughout the day, throughout the week, or when you're off on a trip and feeling lonely. And speaking of trips, that's a great time to bring something back, right? And it doesn't have to necessarily be anything big and extravagant. Just something that lets them know that you are thinking about them while you're gone. And it can be something simple. It could be like a scarf, right? In your favorite color, a scarf. Okay, so maybe all dudes don't want scarves. Maybe sunglasses. Maybe your favorite shade of lipstick. Some people really like that kind of stuff, right? So you have to know who your audience is, and you have to know your partner well enough to know what little things they'll like. And make sure, and this is really, really important, that if their love language is receiving gifts, do not wait until Christmas Eve to go out and buy Christmas presents, because they will know. They'll know that it was something that was just thrown together, put together, you weren't really being thoughtful about it, and that is important to the other person that's receiving that gift. You really have to go, and it has to be a thoughtful gift. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Tomorrow is our last day of this 6-part series, and we're going to talk about physical touch. Yes, so make sure that you join me tomorrow so that we can finish up this series to learn about what the 5 love languages are, so that you too can strengthen your marriage and your family. All right, we'll catch you on the other side.